Yes, sir.
Oh, wonderful.
Hello, everybody. This is the Speaker Podcast, episode 29, coming up on 30 here pretty quick.
I know, crazy.
I'm Xcalion, and this is Batsam, and we have a special guest this evening.
It's Baby Bat. Look at the camera and say hi. Yes, he's excited.
Yeah.
Excited to be here tonight.
Yeah, slap that keyboard.
But it is his nap time, so he gracious to be here for a short period of time.
Woohoo!
Just for the intro. All right.
Yay!
You can take...
Yay! Teething.
Right. All right.
We chew on all the things.
And we must away. Oh no!
All right.
I hear the huffing and puffing.
Bye, baby bat.
Figured it'd be fun to at least have him in a little bit of the intro.
Sure.
But yes, anyways, I'm Batsam.
And Xcalion here, and we are live with a gooder TWAB this week.
Yeah.
And it's not even like super like girthy or anything like that.
No, just some really good what the community has been wanting fixes. And a couple of things we didn't know we wanted until they told us. And now I can't think of anything else I'd want. Actually, no, I do. Bring Black Armory back and we'll talk.
Oh,
anyways.
Goodness,
it
bro.
Stop,
it won't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. No, but it was a decent TWAB this week. The first TWAB we've had in a hot minute from DMG. So that's nice. Just open up right quick. The Mara Yone, I believe is how you pronounce that name. The voice actress for Ikora Ray was she had some kind of accident this week, had to be rushed to the ER, had some stuff taken care of, but she's okay so far as I can tell. We don't want our warlocks to lose their vanguard. That would be awful. I don't think they could handle that, honestly.
Huh. No, we can't. Is this the same lady from Firefly, or is this the new one they got?
Oh, this was the newer one.
Okay, we can go back to the old one. That's fine.
Yeah, sure. Let's just go back to the old Hunter Vanguard too. Also.
I mean, bring them both back. Let's go.
You're not hurting my feelings.
Exactly.
But yeah, anyway. I'll get into this. Kind of go through like the intro stuff, and then I think Sam he really wants to talk about some of this stuff. So yeah. So this week at Bungie, we're humming along with the Deep Stone Lullaby. That's foreshadowing, by the way.
For sure.
Boo, did I scare you, doubtfuls? I've tried this trick in a TWAB before. Happy Festival of the Lost Guardians. As tradition, we'll start with a quick recap of what's going on in the wild. Headless Ones are roaming lost sectors on the hunt for ghosts, but you've already taken up the task of cleaning house. Between a volt shot roll of the legendary McCaber sniper rifle and some spicy perks on the previous Festival of the Lost Weapons, Kill Clip Braytech Werewolf, anybody? There's some fun loot to earn, too. We've already seen a few gilded ghost riders at the tower, and we can only hope they're sharing some of the candy they've been earning. We've also been running some fun fashion and art contests for players. Towards the end of this article, you'll see a few awesome creations from our players. Up first, let's go look at some fun costumes from Threads of Fright that players have been wearing. And I just want to point something out. Bungie, you said something about sharing candy right there, and I am deeply offended. You cannot share candy. Gosh.
I wish.
What the heck? We have a full-on Telesto Titan right here, which, yes, that's absolutely game-breaking right there. We have a Darth Vader Hunter, which you love to see.
It looks honestly really good.
Looks really good. They did a great job with that one.
Yeah.
And then the Pyramid Head from Silent Hill. This is the return of Pyramid Head. This is not the first time we've seen this one. Yeah. And so what's on deck for the TWAB this week? Huh?
I do like the he's using the Izanagi's Burden to make it look like the sword.
Oh yeah. That's
a nice touch.
That is a nice touch. That's good. I didn't even realize that at first.
Mm-hmm.
So what's on deck for the TWAB this week? Crafting is on the mind. We have some fun news on deck for next season, and we're looking at some long-term goals that the team is planning to execute for Lightfall. We'll also be discussing some important information about Stadia cross-save, followed by Bungie bounties and the Prime Rewards refresh. Let's get to it and take it away, Sam.
Okay, so since the addition of the weekly featured raids and dungeons for Pinnacle drops, we've been seeing a lot more players engaging in the various raid activities in Destiny 2. While the increase in power is always exciting, or even the fabled chance at a raid exotic, we're taking the extra opportunity next season to make your round trips beyond Light Deepstone Crypt even more enticing. Starting next season, legendary Deepstone Crypt weapons can be crafted. That's beyond exciting. That's one of my favorite raids, and those weapons were nasty. Oh my gosh, and we're gonna find out a bit more here in a second. So each encounter has a chance of dropping a deep side version of the raid weapons, and the players may purchase one from the weekly chest after defeating Taniks. When the Deepstone Crypt is the featured raid of the week, each encounter is uncapped. This means you can run a full raid encounter multiple times, hunting down those deep side drops. When it comes to these weapons, there's quite a bit of excitement internally as the team started fresh picking up new perk pools. We started with our resident sandbox expert, Chris Proctor, about their approach. Proctor says, when updating the perk pool of older weapons, our goal is to keep the most beloved combinations and drop the rest and for room for new perks. With Deepstone Crypt specifically, we were looking for new perks that synergize with the perk pools that were originally designated for Deepstone Crypt. Reconstruction, recombination, and redirection. New perk combinations look like Reconstruction, Focus Fury, or 4 times the charm, Redirection. We also took the time to add perks to weapons that had never had them before. We created a few new perks since Beyond Light shipped, and we're excited to see how players mix and match for their favorite builds. Here are some I am personally excited for. Me too, buddy. Me too. Heritage Shotgun. Reconstruction, Focus Fury, Prosperity, Volt Shot Rampage, Trustee, Rapid Hit Incandescent, and oh, look at this opportunity to create a new origin trait for Braytech Industries. Wait, did Proctor just say Reconstruction is going to be a crafted trait? Enhance? Owners of Beyond Light can start crafting these amazing, awesome weapons starting December 6th, which is halfway through next season. We'll see you in space next season, Guardians. So first off, I just want to say, those weapons are phenomenal. Like, even to this day, I still whip out Trusty. When it's Hot Knife, it is such a good scout rifle. Rapid Hit is such a good combination on that weapon. It has intrinsically... full auto. It feels good in your hands. Like, it's such a great weapon. Prosperity on the day one for the raid, that was one of the hand cannons I got, and I got Rapid Hit Demolitionist, and let me tell you, I still have that gun. It has over, I believe, 18,000 kills on it. It's wonderful. It's a great sidearm. It's a great hand cannon. It's a great scout rifle. Not too super keen on the shotgun. I cannot wait to see the LMG with
commemoration.
That with the Reconstruction is the one that reloads it automatically.
Yes,
that is a great. I would love to honestly see that with Turnabout, because you get the Void Overshield with it as well. That could be fun. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of fun stuff coming out of this. I know our team was very excited as soon as we saw this. I know Legend and I went crazy. We were posting it to our chat with our fire team, which is Blood. And all three of us got super giddy about it. And then our whole clan has been freaking out. And we're very excited for December 6th because that's going to be some good times.
There's no doubt, like, Volt Shot and Incandescent, 2 of the best perks they've added to the game.
Oh, for sure.
And that to say, there's not really a good Void option for that, just because, like, Volatile kind of did that, but what made that so good was the fact that we actually had, like, the Volatile, like, rounds as like a seasonal perk or whatever, a seasonal trait. So we don't have that right now, so Void is kind of out. So to see Posterity, one of the best PvE hand cannons in the game, coming with one of the best PvE perks in the game, and the same goes for Trustee. Incandescent.
Yeah.
That's good.
It's honestly so like I'm excited for those 3 weapons specifically, and I feel like Commemoration is gonna be great because you just have to get a grenade kill to get volatile rounds. That's all it is. One of the traits is get 1 grenade kill, and for the next 10 seconds, all of your void weapons have volatile rounds, and that's gonna be disgusting because you can. I think mine has like a 150 round magazine.
Right.
And it's stable. That bad boy can. Oh, it's such a good one. And we're not even done with crafting yet. That's exciting.
No,
Before
we're
we
not.
Get to
we're
that.
not. Let me.
Blood says I'm here, and Blood says heading out before 8 p.m. Okay, yeah. Never mind.
So I want to point something out. I'm looking at the roles that are currently on Commemoration. We know that Reconstruction is sticking around.
Right.
It's Reconstruction is really like the only that and maybe Feeding Frenzy or Surplus that it's got in the 3rd column and the 4th column. The 3 bottom perks, Dragonfly, Unrelenting, and Rampage. I'm thinking Reconstruction with Unrelenting and Volatile rounds, like to keep you healed and all that, or even Dragonfly just for some additional, like volatile,
bigger damage.
Some goodness there.
And they already talked about how they're going to be buffing and making LMGs more viable and not just an option for ad clearing.
Right.
They want it to be a viable option for boss fights. And honestly, that enhanced, we just said it, enhanced Vorpal and with Commemoration could be fun too.
Yeah.
I'm very excited to see what all extra perks they're going to get because obviously they didn't disclose it here. But yeah, so getting into the next little bit, they do talk a bit more about crafting, and I'm very excited for some of these changes. As somebody who's actually hunted down, I think I'm missing like 4 weapons. This is exciting news for anyone who wants to get into weapon crafting. So let's read on. Lightfall crafting. With the excitement around the Deepstone Crypt crafting, we felt that it was a great opportunity to talk about some of the plans the team has been eyeballing, for a system overhaul. When crafting was introduced in Witch Queen, we were very excited to see how players would engage with the feature. Having a direct path to acquire powerful perks or a god roll could be a bit risky in the game like Destiny, but we were happy to see how players took advantage of the system and what it offered. That said, there are aspects that the team is looking to address, not only to help players address the feedback, but to improving crafting overall. So first, let's start with some pain points.
Yeah,
that's a thing. So some pinpoint, whatever.
Pain points like the problems.
Oh, right. Okay, that makes more sense. I was homeschooled. That never came up. we never addressed our problems. We just cried a lot.
It shows. It shows.
Thanks. Let's address some of these and we'll see where we're going. I actually have a couple of notes too, but we're gonna go through this and then I'll say about some of that stuff. All right, so deep sights. Deep sight weapons are far too common, correct, which leads to some confusion over their value in vault stress. To new players, it can be difficult to understand which weapons are actually craftable. Yes, I get that question a lot, especially from a lot of our newer clanmates. To experienced players, deep sight weapons are so common they end up in the vault simply for future currency, being more stress to inventory management. Yes. Actually, something I would like to do with Legend here in the future, I've already cleaned out 3 members of our clan. They got like, hey, can you clean my vault out? Like, yeah, I've gone through and just trashed a bunch of stuff. So if that's something that you guys want to see, like me and Legend do, like, what should I be keeping? Let's do a vault cleanse on a stream or something. Like, let us know and we'll talk about how making that work. Anyways, so deep sight weapons must be equipped for full currency exchange, causing friction with loadouts. The goal of this was that players would try out new weapons they normally wouldn't use and make them feel like they earned the currency. I get that. It also somewhat was a byproduct of the multi-perk currency system. Right as it dropped, there was a bunch of extra currencies. They very much simplified it. If you're just getting into the game now, it's way better than what it used to be. While this is nice to have, we'd like for our players to want to try new weapons for other reasons, not just earning crafting currencies. I get that. Farming an encounter like Shirochi is a very effective method of leveling. Shirochi is a boss fight in The Last Wish. People go there because you have a rally flag and you can just farm your weapons.
And you can just teleport there.
It's really easy, and there's a ton of trash mobs. While this can be fun for some, it is tedious and proves to have no useful benefit to the player or encounter. Yeah. There are no methods of increasing a weapon's level outside of equipping it. Yes. As mentioned in our sandbox Q&A, crafted base raid weapons outclass adapt raid weapons. Oh yeah. And it's not even close. We also want to maintain the value of adapt weapons and from their master raid content. So to address these points, the team is actively working on some changes coming with Lightfall. While these changes are being developed and tested and finalized, we wanted to share our goal list and our strategy behind them. Here is the goal. To reduce the deep sight weapon hoarding. The strategy, introduce alternative ways to earn deep sight currency. Oh my god, please. Just give me a bounty. Please.
Or a bounty would be great, but honestly, just like the ability to buy that stuff for Glimmer even. Like,
I feel like I feel that, but I also feel like if you're crafting a weapon, I like the idea of earning it. And you're already running gunsmith bounties. You're already running.
Yes, but let me make a point. You do still have to earn it because you do still have to use that gun to unlock the extra perks and the enhanced perks. So I'm just saying, I don't feel like there's any problem with just being able to purchase the material, the currency. That's a grind. Some of these guns are really grindy. But
and they're going to talk about that in a second. But I do think so. I think like the currency, give me a bounty. Yes. I'm there every day.
Yes.
So another one. This is a really big one, specifically for anyone who had to do Dares of Eternity just constantly. I'm almost done with those weapons, and this is a huge fix for that.
I haven't gotten any of them done yet.
Oh, this is going to help you then.
Oh yeah.
So reduces the bad luck and weapon recipe unlocking. The strategy, provide opportunities within the crafting system to allow users to
deterministically choose.
That's a word I couldn't read.
The weapon to target.
Exactly. So
good.
Weapons like specifically Dares of Eternity has quite the big perk pool.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry, not perk pool, but quite the big weapon pool, and you're not guaranteed they're going to be deep sights. There's not many ways to guarantee anything. There is a cheese for the BXR battle rifle, but if you messed it up, there's no way of reversing it.
If you did dares on all three of your characters already, then there's no way to do it.
Yeah. But I don't teach cheeses. We don't do that. Not in my raids. I don't teach those. So goal for the next one is reducing the loadout stress. Reduce players' incentive to equip deep sight weapon or crafted weapons. Improve the value of weapon rewards from master content. The strategy, as already mentioned in the sandbox, we're going to be giving new Lightfall raid adapt weapons that will come with enhanced perks.
And they say
note. No, this is not going to be a full free-forming crafting.
Yes.
So what they say by this is, if you do the master mode of the Lightfall raid, right, you will get an adapted gun. There is a chance that will have enhanced perks. You can't craft it.
A chance, or they're just going to come that way.
I want to say, go ahead.
I would actually fall on the latter and say that they're probably just going to come with enhanced perks, just because again, I do because for like doing that content is already hard enough. Like genuinely, it's master raids are not really anything to laugh at. Those are pretty complicated, and having the ability to drop with those, like again, if it drops with regular perks, the guns are pointless.
That's true.
Yeah, they're just.
I will say, and this would be the start of guns that would specifically adapt weapons, right?
Yes.
These would be the very first that would have adapt guns with enhanced perks, and from what they're saying, this is the only way to get those. that we know of right now.
And let me be clear, because I know it's going to come up. People are going to say, well, what about Trials weapons? What about Vanguard weapons? The reason they're doing raid weapons specifically is because those weapons are craftable. The Trials weapons, the Vanguard weapons, until the day those are also craftable, then getting the adept version of those are the best forms of those guns in this game.
Right.
Currently.
Yeah.
So, again, unless we are able to craft those at some point in time, I wouldn't see that coming to them anytime soon.
My prediction is this. I think they're going to leave adapt raid weapons alone and just give them enhanced perks.
Yes.
There is no reason for Grandmasters to have adapt perks.
Well, and the thing is in order to do this, they don't have to really do anything additional.
Right.
Like they've had restraints on the weapons before. That's why they took off the ability for them to be able to make orbs from the weapons, and they attach that to the helmet piece or whatever. The way that it works now, I think that's the easiest solution.
I think first, I think this is healthy. Two, I think this incentivizes going and playing those raids.
Yes.
We have a lot of, so our clan is, I wouldn't say pretty well split. Our clan is mostly PvE with a good helping of some PvP players. There's a lot of us PvE players. There's no need for us to go to PvP to grind out weapons. We can go do GMs, we can go do raids, we can get our weapons wherever we want. At the same time, PvP players don't really feel the necessity. I mean, you speak for the rest of them, but I feel like there's almost not even a reason to come into raids to come and get some of those guns, because the god rolls for PvP are going to be in PvP. They really haven't gone out their way to be like, here's one great gun in a raid that's just going to dominate in PvP.
Okay. Yeah. So yes and no. Most of the weapons, not so much, but there's some outliers, right?
Yeah, of course. It always is.
Fatebringer was an outlier, and again, and the Heritage slug shotgun from Deepstone Crypt, that for the longest time up until this point, and maybe even now, has been the best legendary slug shotgun for PvP. It's just got better stats.
Of course,
it's just got better stats as a raid weapon, and I've said for a long time, I think that's good. You know, you want raid weapons that are harder to get, weapons that you have to go into one specific activity to get. You want those to feel great. The Defiance of Yasmin, I got that crafted.
Oh, yeah.
I crafted that. It can roll. It's an adaptive frame with snapshot opening shot. We haven't had a sniper like that since Eye of Soul whenever it first came out, and then they took opening shot off of it because it was too good. So, there's definitely there's some outliers on the other side. Like, I know there for a while, Sam, Blood, those guys wanted a Shaura's for PvE. They wanted Eye of Soul was good for PvE.
It was a great one for GMs and such.
Vorpal, and it was adept. You could put the adept big one spec on it.
Again, that was one of the few. That was one of the only areas to get an adapt weapon, because at the time there was no GMs that offered adapt weapons.
Right.
I think when we were going for those, it was only Trials, and then the master mode for Vogue was doing it.
Right.
So yeah, no, I see that, and honestly, this would incentivize PvP players to come and play a raid for the chance at some adapt raid weapons with enhanced perks. And I think this is a good change. I honestly, I cannot wait to see the raid. I hope this is like their best yet. I have high expectations for Lightfall, as I always do, for their upcoming stuff, and I love raids. So I'm really looking forward to this one, and I cannot wait until we get to sit down and actually talk about it with you guys.
Oh yeah.
I'm looking forward to it, but we'll keep going here.
Yeah.
In the near term, we do want to give players heads up. Starting in Lightfall, weapons that cannot be crafted will no longer be dropping with deep sights. So, for instance, there is a ton of weapons in the game currently that have a red border that cannot be crafted. They were simply there just to give you materials. With the fixes they're going to be putting in next season, there's going to be alternate ways of getting the material that you need to craft weapons.
Yes.
Relieving the pressure of having to sit there like I constantly do. I'm always running weapons that are red borders, just so I can have the materials because I want to craft every weapon.
Right.
That's me. That's how I like to play the game. I still find great joy in doing that. Having an alternative way of doing that is even better. So they'll no longer drop with deep sights. This will help us achieve our goal of reducing the deep sight weapon hoarding, which will also alleviate some stress on your vaults. Players who currently have weapons in their inventory should complete the deep sight objectives and extract the resonant elements before February 28th. That is before Lightfall drops. To avoid any loss of resonant elements. I expect more details around these changes before the Lightfall drop in February.
Yep.
So all that being said, love these changes. Love what's happening next. Like I just said a little bit ago, I definitely want to see bounties for this. I know they talked about a little bit further up. They talked about not needing to have a crafted weapon on your person in your loadout to level it up. I'm interested to see how that works, because if there's a way of, I like the idea of using weapon, right? I like the idea of you gaining experience to be able to level it up. If you don't have that, I feel like it's I wouldn't say cheating, and I also wouldn't say cheesing, because I don't know. But you have those people who are just like, I have this gun, I'm not going to use it until it's enhanced, holstered.
Sure.
And they never touch it.
Sure.
To me, that feels like that's taking the wind out of the sails they're trying to do. They really want you to play with different kinds of guns. There are some fabulous videos out there that have god rolls. There's Trace Rifle that has incandescent on it that honestly makes it a Prometheus lens, but it's legendary. With subsistence, like,
oh
yeah, it's so good.
The retrace path, yeah.
Oh yeah, and so there is tons of great combinations, and they genuinely want you to go and experience them. They want you to pick a weapon that maybe you're not fairly familiar with. Maybe, like, I'm not a huge fan of pulse rifles. I'm just not. I like auto rifles, like submachine guns. I like to be able to move quickly and not be locked down to, like, burst fire. That's just how I've always been. I've been playing with pulse rifles a lot more recently. I just crafted a Smiter Moraine. I have my Insidious. And I feel more attached to those weapons, and I want to use those weapons because I put time into them.
Right.
There's a different level of, like, commitment to those guns. At least that could be just completely me, but I feel like I want to use those over other guns I've acquired because I built them. I put time into them.
Yeah.
It makes me feel like I earned and I worked for this gun. This is my baby. My submission was the first raid weapon I ever made. It is level, I think, like 137 and has like 10k kills on it. It's my baby. I love it. Any chance I get to use it, I use it. But that weapon is special to me, and I'll always keep it. But, like, again, like, that's the bond they want you to have with, like, a gun. It's kind of funny. Like, if I'd be living in Texas, like Legend, having a bond with my guns. But that's what we're looking at. So I'm very excited for some of these changes. Les, what are your thoughts?
Man, this is pretty huge. Oh, Otter, what's up, man? Blood, he's in here too. He said, we just need more vault space. He says, he's burnt out from dares. And then Otter says, that's a good point. I like my Callus mini tool. Yeah. We're not getting more vault space anytime soon. I am completely burnt out on dares. I might get in once a week to get, like, my guaranteed red border drop from the end of my first encounter or whatever. Blood, he loves his forbearance. Forbearance is good.
Oh, it's so good.
I don't even have. My very first forbearance was the ambitious assassin chain reaction roll, so I never needed that. But it's awesome. All right, this is awesome. Now, it'll be interesting to see how how they handle this, because like, I'm glad that they're doing away with the random red border weapons that's just flooding you, like, all the time.
It's watering down the loop.
Dude, do you even enhance, bro? My Titan and my Warlock right now, as of this moment, are all full of red border weapons, just because I didn't want to put them in my vault, because vault space. Yeah. So Snipe made it near the end of the stream. Thanks, YouTube notifications. What's up, man? You're good. Actually, we're going to be talking about you here in a few minutes. that being said, that they're doing away with the random red rolls.
Right.
There's I wait for a time whenever we can say most of these weapons are craftable. You know.
Yeah.
If not
honestly.
all of them, like honestly.
Yeah.
And it still frustrates me how they sometimes pick and choose some of the weapons that are. Like the syncopation, you know, the only Suros weapon that's craftable. Yeah, it's totally random. There's that Hake rocket launcher that's craftable,
and shotgun,
and the shotgun. Yeah, totally random. Yeah,
I feel like when those dropped, it was to show off. First, they were the first guns that they handed to you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Especially for Witch Queen, and they wanted you to take those weapons to the Enclave immediately, craft them, and then use them for the campaign.
Yeah.
And I feel like that was the goal. I mean, that's totally what I did. Immediately, as soon as I can craft the weapon, I'm like, there is no reason to never use a normal gun,
right?
Because these perks can get better.
Oh yeah.
And I get to choose my loot drop. Like, I don't have to go for random rolls anymore. Like, I get to pick a god roll for me, which is always Demolitionist, Adrenaline Junkie. Like, you can't change my mind on that. Like,
right.
My Insidious, that's what it has. There are better rolls, sure, but this is mine. But yeah, I feel that. It's like, it was really weird, random that there's one scout rifle, there's one pulse rifle, it's just weird. But I feel like that's what they wanted us to do.
I know, I get why they did it. You know, it was whenever they first launched Witch Queen and they first launched weapon crafting, you know, it would be really bad if it was just the seasonal weapons, just the raid weapons. Like, that would have been bad. But even then, it's still, I hope I'm just saying, I hope we get to that point. If we don't, then, you know, it is what it is. You know, I'm not exactly a dev over here.
No. But I mean, the highlight of every season since Witch Queen, at least for me, is like, what weapons are we getting?
Yeah.
What are the crafted rolls going to be like? I can't wait.
Dude, that's my thing. That's me every season. I'm always like, and I'll be real with you guys. I'm the guy that's looking for the leaks because I want to see the weapons. I'm not looking for like story leaks, but I want to see the weapons. I'm like, what are we working with?
I just want to see what I can craft. Crafting is what I'm about.
So we're gonna move on. I'll hit up this part. I'm so glad you're here, Snipe, because we need to talk about this. Stadia and Destiny 2 update. With Google's recent announcement that Stadia will be shutting down soon, womp, womp, wah, 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 wah. We've been working diligently to figure out a solution for our players on the platform. While we don't yet have a long-term plan, we do have a short one at this time. All players who have their main characters on Stadia should set up cross-save with another platform so that they don't lose access to their characters on January 18th. Stadia players who enable cross-save will be able to use their characters on linked platforms after Stadia shuts down. If Stadia players don't set up cross-save by January 18th, they will lose access to their characters, items, emblems, Bungie.net account, and Eververse purchases, such as access to season passes. After January 18th, players with Stadia as their active character should not deactivate cross-save. For any reason, doing so will result in a complete loss of character. For information on how to set up cross-save, please view our Stadia cross-save guide. So, again, Snipe, one of our clanmates, a longtime viewer of the podcast, friend of ours, one of the 5 people using Stadia, and this it sucks. Stadia was such a cool idea. Just, you know, the idea that you just basically, if you're going somewhere, you just throw your controller in your backpack and you can play it wherever, you know.
It's a shame that Google abandoned a project like that. And honestly, it was really funny because when it was announced and it was like in beta production, like PlayStation and Microsoft got together and like, hey, we should partner up. And the result of that was Xbox getting like
xCloud.
They got xCloud, and then PlayStation has PlayStation Premium and all the other cool stuff they have now. Like that was the deal. That was the exchange from that.
What is it? Well, PlayStation has. They have.
PlayStation Now.
No, they have their own like cloud streaming app. Like right. I can play. Like especially with my fiber internet now, like I can play it from my phone.
There's a device you can get that connects, like it basically makes your cell phone a PS5 controller.
Yeah.
But the result of the two of them combining was Xbox got xCloud, but PlayStation then upped their subscription service to what we have today. Like it's like you have access to all this back catalog, kind of like what Xbox has now. You know, They're really cool library stuff. But without people pushing Sony and Microsoft forward, we wouldn't be where we're at today. So thank you, Stadia, at least for showing up to the race.
Blood said it. Google always abandons their projects. They really do.
They do. Google Glasses, really do. A bunch of other stuff.
Yeah. This is pretty on par. Sniper says he wonders if Bungie will continue to use Google's immersion streaming. They already have D2 running on it, and the way they are talking about not deleting the save files and Google Plus Sony deal for streaming now. Also Google Plus Sony deal for streaming. Oh, I don't know about that.
Yeah, no idea.
I don't know.
It's something we look into later.
Either way, before January 18th, just make sure you have your cross save set up. I'm sure you already do, but if you want to keep it going on the straight and narrow, then there you go. Next up is talking about the Bungie bounty. If you guys are interested in it, check it out. I'm not going to go over it. It's a lot of stuff.
Yep.
There's just so much. Now, I will say one difference for this Bungie bounty and previous Bungie bounties, they've always been linear with that. So it's either PvP or like strikes, right? And the way that works is basically you're in a strike with whoever the bounty is, and you complete the strike, right? It's been that simple. In PvP, you have to beat the bounty. They're going all three, not 2 or 3. They're going to do PvP, they're going to do PvE, and they're going to do Gambit.
Which is hilarious.
And the way Gambit works is if you're on the team against the bounty, and you have to win to get the emblem. If you're on the team with the bounty, did I say that right? Yeah. If you're on the team with the bounty, then you have to win. Either way, you have to win, right?
You either have to beat the guy or you win with the guy.
Exactly. So
I will say this: I'm looking at the lineup here, and I don't see Houndish, I don't see Frostbolt, I don't see Astacross, I don't see any of like the more recognizable names. I'm seeing a bunch of random ones. Mm-hmm. So that would be like my only concern there. Ledge behind you. You have a child behind you.
I do.
Who's not?
Autumn, please go see mommy. Please go see mommy right now, please.
Gonna have to edit that part out. Anyways. Seldom read some comments. We have to edit that out.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that because this is live.
Yeah, we'll have to take it down and actually edit that. So to read some comments real quick. Blood says, "Whoop whoop, more 30-minute suspensions in Crucible." Sniper says there are no longer a competitor, and Sony streaming currently sucks. It would be a great match, especially since Bungie is owned by Sony and has a lot of experience, especially during COVID. Yeah, not bad. But Blood says most of the Bungie bounties start at 3 a.m. and won't be able to participate. Correct. It's weird. They don't do like all the time zones. I feel like it's a nice way to try to get the community involved.
Yeah.
But yeah, if it's not within, if you're not in the right time zone or there's not like the people you want to play with. I know the one day Blood and I tried to jump into Crucible against somebody so we could like wreck the team, but it didn't happen. We were trying to go for the emblem. I genuinely don't care. It is what it is. It's kind of a cool emblem, but nothing will make me take off my 801 emblem. So, unless they bring back another one, so we'll see what happens. Anyways.
Yep. Yeah. So
we have Prime Gaming. There's a new pack for that.
Oh yeah.
There's a legendary ship, a legendary ghost. Well, not legendary. Exotic ship, exotic ghost, exotic bike, and then a legendary emote. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, that's pretty much it. And we get down to the bottom here. Go ahead, Ledge.
And long time no twab. It's been a while since I had the pleasure of writing one of these. It's always a thrill to dive in just a bit deeper with what's coming in Destiny and what the team is excited about. Make no mistake, These are honestly written by a good-sized group of folks here at Bungie, subject matter experts, editors, localizers, asset creators, and so many more. Some TWABs may be brief and some may be massive, but each one is authored with the same amount of love. Thanks for stopping by for another blog installment. Until next time, I'll be dreaming of a fully crafted trusty. Which DSC weapon are you most looking forward to? Holler at us in the comments. Yep.
Yeah. Definitely excited for Prosperity and Commemoration, and obviously a Trusty as well.
Yeah,
I'm just excited. I'm just excited for all of them. Yeah, you know.
Let's see how they handle that
times.
stuff. I honestly, an incandescent trustee is that's just got me hyped. I'm not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. So, but yeah, that's it for the TWAB this week. Again, pretty good. Get us some details about weapon crafting and what's to come in Lightfall. What's to come next season. Again, the Deepstone Crypt that's stuff that's happening next season. So just like around like what 40 some days,
halfway through next season.
Is that what it said?
Mm-hmm. So this season ends relatively soon.
Mm-hmm.
It's December 3rd is when the Deepstone Crypt stuff launches. I believe we've only got 20 something days left.
No, it's 30 something.
It's 30 something.
Yeah.
So
that's December 3rd. That's the.
So that's literally the next one. Okay, yeah. So then, that would be the launch of next season.
Maybe. Oh wait, no. December 3rd's on a Saturday. What the heck?
Saturday. So no, it would be a Tuesday.
Let me.
It could be Tuesday 29th.
Destiny season 19.
Bear with us.
Yeah, they're good.
As us two commentators for Destiny.
Destiny 2 season release date. Oh, yeah. So yeah, season 19 goes live on December 6th. Maybe that's when it goes live.
Really?
December 6th.
So it goes out a week first? It goes out a week early?
Which makes sense. That's a Tuesday. I'm pretty sure that's when it's happening. That's when the raid's gonna be. That's when the craftable weapons are coming. Is December 6th. I'm sure.
They said. Hang on now. Why is my calendar big? Okay, so we're in 2022. Pulling it up now. So we have.
Yeah, it says December 6th. There it is. Yeah, I'm
December
looking at
6th.
it. Yep.
But then December 3rd is when we're able to get the.
No, it says the raid weapons are coming in December 6th. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay,
It says it. Yeah.
So then, right as it launches, then we're good.
Perfect.
Awesome. Well, anyways, that's exciting. Let us know in the comments if you want to see us do a vault cleanse one time as part of a stream. That would be fun. Maybe like as idea for like a slow day. We've already got Blood on board for running a GM. The next slow TWAB we get that weekend, we're going to do a stream. The three of us are going to get in and play, and we're going to ask Blood some questions. When that happens, what questions should we be asking Blood? What kind of fun stuff does the community want to know from Batsam, Legend, and Bloodbane? Sniper says he wants a trustee. Bloodbane says, I want a Volt Shot demo Prosperity.
Posterity, if that's possible.
Prosperity.
If that's possible, because they showed Vault as being... No, that shows first slot.
Yeah.
Maybe! Ooh, that would be...
Exciting. Anyways, got a raid to go do here in a second. Got some clanmates who want to get a vow of discipled in. And you could join us too if you were part of our clan. Come join the speaker spot up. Take two. And you could join us too if you were part of the speaker clan cast.
We're gonna have
come on and join up.
A lot of editing to do in this one.
Oh my gosh, tell me about it.
I'm Xcalion.
I'm Batsam.
And we will see you next week.